Camera.
The camera's right there.
It is
Hey,
here.
there we are. We're going to paint today, and we're going to try and fix this abomination of a painting that I did at the live show a couple of weeks back. Okay, so you heard of whiting out a painting and starting over. Occasionally I'll take and black out a painting. So I have a series of paintings. This is an example of one, of a blacked out painting. It has some metallics in it. Maybe you can see with it. Can they see all right?
A little bit of it, yeah.
Okay. And so this one though, and I have a better one inside that's been framed up and we have it on display. But this one, I'm going to put the black and the Payne's gray and some other darker colors and grays over this. And then I'm going to take the palette knife and scrape through that and reveal some of this. So I dismantled the chaos that happened from that last live. And it's okay because we're going to reuse it and do something cool by painting this.
How cool is it?
I don't know yet. I may repaint this one too.
Again?
It might be painted. I'm going to have to run around the outside a lot and put the colors on. So we're working through, I'm burning through my leftover paints. They're not really leftover. This is the last of my Amsterdam acrylics until my order comes in through the wonderful people at Royal Talons, North America. I'm a master ambassador with them, and particularly my focus has been mixed media plus create without fear. I want everybody to feel like they can just make some amazing paintings. Even if they're not amazing, just do it. Do some creating.
Go do something.
Do something. What was that Nike commercial?
Just do it.
So this is a 4-foot board. And like I said, what I'm going to do is just put as much of this paint on as possible. I probably should have staged some of this right away. I keep forgetting to think in terms of television when it comes to this stuff. Well, we'll have to pick that up. Get back on there. There we go. Get some black, Payne's gray, some grays in here, some silvers, pewter, metallics. These are a lot of sample pieces that I had left over that are all partially opened from the workshops that we do. Oh, that's exciting, Kristen.
What?
That workshop got finalized. I think it has even been published at the Grand Marais Art Colony.
Oh, that's right. In July.
Up in the North Shore of Minnesota here. Really exciting.
I'm looking forward to my North Shore vacay.
That's right. We're going to be doing a 2-day, is it 2-day workshop or 3 on that one? I think that one's a 3-day.
I think it's a 3-day.
I think that one's a 3-day. And it's going to be doing mixed media, working through creative processes and having fun with everybody up there. Really exciting to do this. I promise I'll pull some paint across this in a minute. And I see I should have staged this. And the thing is, I don't think we'll get to a complete finish today, but maybe we will. So I want to get as much of this darker color on here, and then I'm going to start pulling it from various angles. I'm overlapping some of the color to create some streaks. It'll pick up some of the other colors as it pulls across. All right, that's before everybody falls asleep. Let's try pulling some of the paint.
Hold on, let me just get close up for you there.
And my head in the way on this one. I got to reach way across on this. So we're a little late today.
A little later than we usually are.
Yeah, and you know why?
Why?
Because it snowed a bunch last night.
Yes, it did. Like 8 inches or something crazy like that?
Yeah, about 6. I think it's about 6 out there. It's hard to say because it's been settling very quickly. But, whoop, almost got that on top. I was out plowing. Not plowing because we don't have a plow anymore, do we?
No, we got rid of that.
But I was out snow blowing and shoveling the walks. And to do it right on ours, it takes a solid hour plus. So I was a little late getting in the studio, get ready. I'll blame it on myself this time. So the blade, I do a lot with, well, let me back up. I am definitely influenced by Gerhard Richter. And then Solange, the French painter, who worked black. Gerhard Richter was the German, I believe, painter who worked with big canvases, oils that he pulled across with the palettes. I should give context, shouldn't I, to these? We call them color blocks. You came up with that term.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I came up with it. I'm sure it existed somewhere before I said it. It just seemed like the appropriate thing to call them.
These, yeah.
They sell incredibly well, which is nice.
Yeah, they're pretty accessible to people, I think, and that helps.
Yeah, knowing your market is a thing.
That being said, they're fun for me. They're kind of a palate cleanser, right?
Between the chaos of work, yeah.
Yeah, the other work has so many political overtones and social economic overtones that sometimes you just need a break from that serious kind of work. And right now, there's a lot of fodder right now as a political social artist, and I don't show a bunch of it. I'm working on a show right now, getting a bunch of pieces. Actually, a couple of them. We got the conflict series. We've got the 3x4s that are wandering around, and some of you may have seen it. Maelstrom was. I just posted that one this week. But let's see what other colors I have I can throw on here. You can see already kind of the contrast with the neon.
I actually think it's a better painting already.
Yeah. Thanks.
I like it.
I agree. Now we're going to take some of this pewter. Oh, there's the first movie reference. Pewter.
No, it's pewter.
It's, isn't it pewter from...
Lego Batman, but it's pewter.
Oh, is that pewter?
Yeah.
But what did they call it in the fashion one with...
Zoolander?
Yeah, Zoolander. There was where they were trying to get into the computer and they were hitting it with the...
They called it a computer, but they thought that the files were literal paper files inside of the box, and so they broke the... By the way, the number of Gen Z that I work with that have never seen that movie, it's sad.
Oh, that's just kind of criminal.
I think maybe the next staff party I might put it on the background.
So we're going to pull a few more colors across real quick in a minute. But the color blocks are about layering, and there's always a underpainting. So I'll put an underpainting and then like a brighter color is what I'm trying to say. But also drawing. So I'll draw in some sort of a circular thing or different angles, and as I scrape through that layer, it reveals it. It becomes a narrative of its own, and I find that process of creating that narrative quite exciting. And I'm going to throw some grays in because I'm out of the black. I do have some black latex paint I'm considering dolloping on here as well. Oh, you know what else I have too? I have leftover kid paint. This is a tempera paint. I'll just put that on a few places, create some interesting effects. Don't tell Hugo, Kristen.
Oh no.
I took his paint. It's all right. We'll throw that over there for later.
Oh, are you making garbage?
It's my studio. Well, I don't know. I think I share it with my son.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. My hobbies are electronic and compact, and that's the only way I get away with it. But you guys have much
you haven't
more.
worked in your glass stuff in years.
No, although I did make a pattern a couple weeks ago for our moon window.
And the glass ones, they're in the glass is in the...
It's in the basement.
No.
Where's the grinder?
The grinder is out in the...
It's in the garage,
shed,
yeah. But the glass I have for the pattern I made is in the basement. I work at a glass studio. Gee, maybe I should, I don't know, do it on my lunch breaks.
I know, right? Well, but you're doing hot shop glass and stuff like that. And
There's places I could do stained glass if I wanted to.
At this shop?
Yeah.
There's no room for that. Come on. Is there room for that?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull this one. Save that in a minute. We'll reach across this again. It's going to be fun to see the colors poke through. So I can scrape pretty hard and spread it along, or I can, so changing the angle moves the paint around where I want it. So some might say, well, this is a cop-out way to make a painting, and I don't think so. I think these things can talk. They speak volumes. You can add a feeling to it. You can make them landscape oriented. I've done that a lot. And sometimes when I work in some of the symbolisms, the language stuff starts to kick in too.
Yeah. Is anybody else working on a painting that they regret making today? If you are, let us know in the comments. And if you have any questions, we will respond as soon as we can. For those watching the recorded version.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, it's good and goopy over here.
Goopy, is that a technical term?
Yes. Yes. If you come to my workshop, you'll pay a lot to hear words like goopy. I snorted.
By the way, we do travel for workshops. If you want to bring us somewhere, reach out.
Especially like Europe, that'd be fun. So this is a bigger 4 foot, and frankly, I have to be honest, I don't have any smaller boards left. This was another impetus to why I wanted to, because I didn't. Otherwise, I would do a color block series on a show like this with a 3 foot, because you're going to see more of the process, you know. Pull that across there. You can see I can scrape through, or I can drop it, the blade back down. I can change. If I lighten the blade, it'll create these little like raised areas.
Let me just zoom in here.
Catching.
Can you use your finger to point to those spots so that we can see it more clearly?
So there's a little spotting that's happening. And I can actually go over. If I can reach this spot right here, you can maybe see it better.
There we go.
I should have enough paint on there. So I'm just taking it really light. You can see it's picking it up a little. I don't have a lot left on the blade right now. Pick up some here. Oh, I got a chunk. Or as the Bondi magnet guy says, I got a crusty bit.
A crusty bit.
A crusty bit on there. That's been kind of fun for Hugo and I. Hugo's really into the treasure hunting and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so Bondi fishing, or Bondi magnet fishing, sells the magnets for him and everything. And I stumbled on him one day. I thought, you know what? The kiddo's going to love this. And he did. So we made up our own little toy magnets for the living room and gotten out all these different coins that we happen to have hanging around.
Coins of the world.
And he's really enjoyed it. The coins of the world, that thing's paid off in spades for us.
Yeah, a $30 bag of random world coins from online. It's been...
Because we've used that in the yard too.
Oh yeah, we used it with the magnet, what's the detector?
Yeah, I
metal detector.
Staged it with the metal detector. This little toy one we got one time. It's been great, fun.
Our little is really into archaeology, so
yeah,
it's like his. Some kids have dinosaurs. Our kid has ancient Rome.
Yeah, honestly, anything ancient. What's that one guy we've been watching with him?
Oh, Andrew Lin.
Andrew Lin, yeah.
On Discovery.
Andrew, if you happen to be watching, you've been a great influence on my kiddo. Look him up.
Hi, Kim. Welcome. How is it in Michigan today? Nice to see you.
Kim?
Hi, Maggie.
Oh, hi. Nice to hear
Welcome,
from
ladies, to the space today.
Let's shake this up a little. I'm afraid I'm going to have to revert to using some of look at this thing's cupping from all the moisture going on it. Sometimes the boards do this more than others. If I use the really thin stuff here, this is the latex. It's going to really want to run. So you're going to see me running all around the outside of this thing. So I'm going to build myself these little acrylic dams before I put on the. I really, these are meditative, these color blocks that we do. It's really good for me to play with them sometimes. I'm working on a 3x4 piece over there, and it's been a struggle. It didn't flow as well as the others. This one here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. It's, I added those really strong lines.
Yeah.
To create a strong sense of direction.
A vortex kind of. I like it.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I actually don't. I don't see the problem you're having.
Oh, I don't think it's done. You don't think it's done, do you?
It's almost there. I think you've got about 15% left to go.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's been a great series, though. It's all soft pastels from Rembrandt, and they've just been really fun to do. I kind of like it now. It's not done, but I'm really the contrast here between that bright pop. And you know what? Again, what's going to be fun, and I'm going to do a demo because we're not. Or I don't know how far we're going to get.
Where are you going there? Let me zoom in.
Over here?
Yeah, let me zoom in before you get too.
So I'm going to just kind of show you what I'm planning to do is some mark making later using pulling out those colors, right?
I'd like everybody to notice how I said slow down and he got faster.
Well, the thing is, when I'm doing that gestural quality, right, you can't really go slow. And for years, you bugged me about that one.
Yeah, what's a marriage for if not teasing each other?
Uh-huh. All right, I'm caving in.
Caving, what does that mean?
Caving, I'm doing.
Oh no. It's the can of paint.
I'm going to try not to
Wait,
overdo
where are
it.
you going with this so I can zoom in so we can get a good effect?
I'm going to go on a little circle around
Okay,
this,
all right.
and hopefully it won't take off everywhere.
It's going to take
pretty
off.
Thick.
Oh, no, there we are.
So I'm going to just do the circle here.
It's the ring.
Do you remember those power ring ones I did years ago?
Yes, those all sold.
Those were interesting pieces. I don't know what they were about exactly. Ugh. Come here.
You keep that away from me. I'm wearing wool pants.
She's a little bit dressed up for, actually, you've got 4 layers?
Yes, wool, quilted skirt,
Yep.
wool socks, 3 shirts and a vest. Oh, and there's woolen sorts in my slippers.
I snorted again. I don't know what's going on.
All right, where are you going?
I'm going to try to reach across this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to.
All right.
I do know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to reach all the way across here.
I want to make sure we can all see it.
I'm going to pull towards me. Try to be somewhat steady because my coffee was I had extra coffee today.
I had to cut back to a cup of coffee only in the morning instead of 2.
Yeah, you were mentioning that.
Here's the problem, though. By 2:30, I'm sleeping with my eyes open.
Yeah.
It's a problem. But then if I have a 3 o'clock coffee, I'm awake until midnight. So I'm in a conundrum.
Oh, look at that fun. So because there's different viscosities between the gray acrylic and the latex version, you're going to get some, what I like to call oil spotting.
Jake, every time he shows you one, he's like, look at the oil spotting. David's all about the oil spots.
That's funny. Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was a thing.
Yeah, you know what? I got David out of his comfort zone this week.
Oh my gosh, you did.
So you may not know this, but David has a phobia of working with glass. He doesn't like it.
I don't like
it freaks him out. I, on the other hand, am the director of a glass shop.
Yeah.
So I signed him up for an intensive last week.
I wouldn't say that was a Valentine's present by any stretch.
Hey, you tell everybody else to create without fear. It was your turn.
It was. And you know what? You're absolutely right. That was a challenge for me. I was pretty nervous in the glass shop. You know, I work in ceramics, and I've done raku firing and things like that. So it's not unusual for me to work with dangerous material. I'm trying to figure out how to reach across this.
That's why you have an apron.
This is why all of this is marked with the paint. I just got some off of there I can use.
Sign of a good chef. Clean sleeves, dirty apron.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
another
the third
one.
movie reference today?
Maybe the fourth. I'm on a roll today.
You're on a roll. We're on a roll. Does anybody know what that movie reference is from? Say it again.
Sign of a good chef is clean sleeves and a dirty apron.
Yep. Who knows that? Come on.
Anybody who's been to our house knows I have an apron collection. So.
Yeah, but what movie is that from?
Oh, I'm waiting for them to tell me.
What movie? Come on. Come on.
They're not going to know.
Drop it in the comments if you know. Because these do get traction after we...
If you guys know, put it in the comments.
Which movie reference that was. You don't get a prize or anything for it. I just
I'll remember your name the next time we
She
do
will,
the
too,
show.
actually. She'll remember that name. Your name.
I'd like to point out, too, that some of our viewers also have some really great creative live streams, like Maggie Fuller, M.E. Fuller.
She's
Shout
just getting
out.
started there, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, go check her channel out. Maggie, drop your handle in the comments there.
Way to put her on the spot. Maggie's a very talented artist friend of ours that we met at a show once, right?
Yes.
And we hit it off, and she lives way in southern Minnesota. We live in the northern part, not all the way up. Somehow we're staying in touch, which is super cool. This already, I'm really kind of excited about it. As we build the surface, add layers, I have some other paints I'm going to be adding. We're going to really, it's crawling off the board, Kristen. It's trying to escape. We'll be adding more and more paint layers and then scraping through the layers. So I don't think we'll be finished today, depending on just how much time.
Yeah. Well, we are about halfway through today already.
See, I'm trying very gently to pull that and not have a big wad of the paint left over at the top. This isn't a complete blackout piece.
No, I don't want it to. I like some of that neon poking out from behind.
This one doesn't
I think it's valuable.
I ran over something. I'm going to pull this up here, lighten it up, lighten the blade, light. There we go. So you see it's just a smooth motion to get that paint to drop where I want it to drop. Come up to here. And you see now, you can see the light gray is dropping into the black paint, creating some really neat shapes and textures. That's just really, really elegant looking now. Let's see what we can do over here. I feel like I'm kind of leaving that place up there, that really bright section. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make that go away or not. So my whole body is moving with this, right? So it's very meditative. The bigger the piece, actually, the harder it is to do this. And for me, most of these paintings are about the right angles. So each draw is at a 90 to the other. And a lot of times I'll work either side, but I can't really pull this way because I'll be stepping into the camera zone. I'm going to pull this. We've got some interesting shapes I'm tempted to leave. Let's pull this way. Pull it right down there. Flatten the blade. A lot of coverage. Peeling the paint off. Depositing it right there on that edge. A lot of these I'll do cityscapes on. I'll come back in and do some marker work on them sometimes as well. And at some point I do switch to this blade, my 6-inch. The chunks are the problem with these. Hi.
They can see you.
I know. I just want to say hi.
Ah,
I'm a little bit goofy today.
you say that every show.
I'm a little more goofy than usual, I think.
No, I think I'm the goofier one today.
Nope, someone's texting me. So this is definitely at that stage where I start really looking at it, examining the structure. I'll get my little ladder, and I got a little step ladder. I'll come up, stand over the top, and look down and make a decision. I like, right at the moment, there's this circle that's happening from where I poured the paint. I'm on the fence about leaving it. I have a limited working time right now.
Well, we are at 25 minutes, just to warn you.
Okay, I'm gonna pull, I don't really have any more paint. Well, you know what we can do? This will be fun. This is Amsterdam acrylic ink here. So we're gonna take this. Ooh, that's stuck in there today. Pour a little bit of that in there. I just twisted the top off of the little, and I'm gonna do the gold.
Oh, a little gold.
A little gold. I think I'm gonna pull that gold up on this spot here. Just something a little different. A little bit chunky, but that's okay. It's been sitting a while. It's just, oh, it's running. Oh, it's running. Quick, grab it. I'm gonna go this way. Pick a little of the black up over here. I'm gonna grab that before it escapes. Oh, it's trying to go over here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's real fun there. Right, let me see if I can make this gold, catch this gold strip right here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I gotta put a little pressure to move it. I want it to give a little more shape. Pull it this way. Let's try pulling it this way. There we go. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that from that angle. But as usual, I'm going to post this later and show you all. So keep in touch. I do post in the community on the YouTube channel. Check out the other ones. Go to the website if you want to link through to a bunch of things. I don't think Blue Sky is on there yet.
Because nobody's caught up. I can't actually have a box to drop it in without creating code, and I'm not in the code mood today.
I'm not in the mood to code.
No.
So anyway, we're on Blue Sky too, and then many of the others. So you can link in through davidaustingallery.com. Thank you for joining me today on the painting session. Short and sweet. I'm going to keep going with this. This is super fun. I'll be posting photos. Thanks, everybody. Create without fear. Use the hashtag live it. Be kind. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.